The drive is still live for week 5 of the 1L rematch for the fall 2019 semester. I trust no matter where you are right now, and it doesn't even have to deal with law school, or no matter how you feel right now, that you are finding ways to propel yourself forward, to push through it. Never forget that you are an overcoming machine. You've been overcoming the odds all of your life, and this time is no different. And that you are finding and adjusting day after day, week after week, and you will dominate. You will triumph whatever you are pursuing. This is my belief for you. Together. And this is what we're going to talk about this week is self-awareness. And I've shared this concept in a past video in my 2-year academic dismissal period where I titled it Academic Self-Awareness. You probably heard the term self-awareness in society, and essentially to sum it up, it is pattern recognition. Recognizing and being aware of patterns of our thoughts, emotions, behaviors, and once we are aware of it, taking new action, new creative thought, new creative behaviors against those patterns that do not serve us, and also assessing the patterns that do serve us. But it's a little different in an academic sense. And you don't really hear about self-awareness talked about in law school, but man, it is so crucial. And for this week, in week 5, this self-awareness came up for me in just being more aware of how effective and efficient I am week by week. So I want to talk about this academic self-awareness because I am the guinea pig and the test dummy for all the ideas and concepts that I share with you. They're all real for me because I'm living it and I'm going through it. So I just wanted to share my insight and learning experience with you along this journey. So let's get into it. So week 2, I believe I shared this with you. A strategy that I had was I was going to outline my week and all of the classes that I had. I was going to keep up with the notes, organize it, and outline it versus waiting until the end to kind of get it all together. And with that, I've been doing it this past couple weeks, but I've been realizing that it's taking a lot more time than what I calculated and estimated it to be. And when I'm doing it at the end of the week, whether it's Friday night or Saturday morning, it's taking me a lot more time, which kind of puts me behind in getting my readings done for the upcoming week. And I've been having to spend majority of my time reading and briefing my cases during the week, which I've told you I work during the day and it's unpredictable during the day for me to sit down and read and really sit down and read for a long time because I'm always on the go, on a mail route, delivering something or somebody asking me something. It's unpredictable. And then when I get out of class, and I'm going to classes in the evenings, I'm staying up to wee hours of the night trying to brief my cases and trying to get it done. Which, hey, it's a part of the territory. It's part of the gig if I have to stay up late sometimes. But is it the most effective and efficient way? Probably not. So rather than being stuck in this pattern of a strategy and a behavior, it's just being aware of it and just being able to say, okay, this is not the most effective and efficient way. Getting out of my own ego of, no, it's going to work. You're good. No. Being more humble, getting out of the ego. See, that's what happened to me back in fall 2016, spring 2017. My ego was believing that I was doing good and it was working and I got this, and lo and behold, I got destroyed on every final exam. So using this self-awareness is so key on a week-to-week basis, and realizing when things are not the most effective and efficient, but not being and beating down on ourselves like, oh, this is not working or this and that. No, using that humility and constantly adjusting, constantly adapting, looking for better and creative, more efficient and effective ways. There is no one way to do this. Just think about a case or a deal. A lawyer is constantly making mental adjustments, strategic, analytical adjustments throughout the case, throughout the deal. We can't just be stuck in one way of doing something or think that we're just doing something just this particular way is going to always work. No, we have to be open to adjust, being open to adapt, open to being fluid. And for me, okay, I'm like, all right, it's not working. So now for me, this week, I'm starting a whole new different strategy where I'm going to attempt to outline and review my notes right after class. Get it done. So I'm not waiting till the end of the week. And that way I can get my readings done Saturday and Sunday for that next week. And then this will allow me to not stay up wee hours during the night, and also allow me to do more practice problems and do more practice on my legal analysis. So it's being aware of patterns that do not serve us academically. This is so key versus being aware of it at the end of the semester, evaluating ourselves on a week basis and being honest with ourselves. And it's okay if it's not working. All that matters is that we are adjusting or adapting and being the most effective and efficient to where we get to finals, to December, that we are rock steady ready. So that's a lesson that I have learned, and being able to just not be stuck in one pattern of behavior. And it's the same thing with you, whether it's in life or whether it's academically. Don't get stuck in one pattern. Find creative ways, take new action, create new habits, create new behaviors. Secondly, how this academic self-awareness works in law school is recognizing the patterns of our professor's teaching style. And what I mean by this, knowing what the professor is looking for, how the professor is teaching, what is a particular thing that he or she does each class. They have a particular pattern or format where they are questioning us and asking us things about the cases. And it's a pattern that we can pick up to realize, okay, I see what they're doing. And that is an indication of how they're going to format their exam. For example, my torts professor, he is more concerned about the rule of law and finding facts in a particular scenario and plugging those facts into the rule, making sure that they meet the rule, versus going back and forth of what this side said and that side said. He's not really focused on that. However, for my contracts professor, he is not really concerned about the rule of law. He's more concerned about what did this side say and what did this side say. Argue for both sides and who wins. And recognizing this pattern of my contracts professor, really it was just this past Friday, I was like, oh, I see what he's doing now. And even talking with the GRA, the TA of the class, she said that is how his exams are, where you have to argue for one side and then the other side and argue who wins. So I can begin practicing this particular style that my professor's doing, where I kind of changed up how I'm briefing my cases, where I read the case, I read the facts only, but then I practice my own analysis without reading the court's analysis just to see how I do. And then after that, I read the court's analysis and kind of compare and contrast of what I said and what the court said. And I'm going to try it out and see. But if it doesn't work, it's okay. It's all right. I'm going to find more creative, more effective, and efficient ways. That's what it's all about, my friends. Constantly adjusting, constantly adapting, being fluid mentally, emotionally, academically. It's all good. We're going to keep it going. We're going to keep it rolling. I'm going to get back to this work. See you later. Stay tuned. See you next week for week 6. Keep it going, champ. You got this.